This is Nassula, a single cell drifting through fresh water, grazing on filaments, recycling light. It lives in the nutrient-rich corners of ponds and canals like this one from Bang Kachao, a man-made island at the edge of Bangkok, often called the green lung of the city. Under the microscope, Nassula stands out, plump, oval, and full of color. Those pigments aren't its own. They're pieces of its food, cyanobacteria, caught mid-digestion in varying shades of green, blue, and gold. Each color tells part of a story, a meal minutes ago, or one halfway broken down, like a living stained glass window rearranging itself with every movement. How does Nassula feed? It doesn't bite or engulf its food like an amoeba. Instead, it uses a basket of microtubules called a certos, or nasa, to suck in strands of cyanobacteria like spaghetti through a sieve. The strands are drawn into the cell and packaged into food vacuoles for digestion. The nasa is reinforced with ribbons of microtubules, an internal scaffold that gives strength and precision to this strange feeding tube. Even when it's not eating, Nassula is rarely still. It swims with rows of cilia that beat in waves, rippling along the body's surface, guiding it through the murky water. Inside, you can watch another rhythm, the contractile vacuole. It swells with excess water, then contracts to expel it, a mechanism that keeps the cell in balance. Tiny canals surrounding the vacuole collect the water that constantly seeps into the cell. Without this pump, Nassula would swell and burst, a victim of osmosis. And then there are moments when Nassula splits, a process called binary fission. No drama, no ceremony, just a single cell quietly dividing in two. Even its food, those vivid filaments, shuffle between daughter cells, dividing along with cytoplasm and DNA. Two new ciliates, each ready to carry part of the parent's last meal into their new lives. Nassula doesn't bloom on its own. It appears when its food does, in waters thick with cyanobacteria, especially after rain, runoff, or heat, exactly what we are experiencing now here in Thailand. It plays a role we often overlook, reducing blooms, processing biomass, feeding on the microbes that can choke our waterways and turn ponds thick and green. This single-cell grazer, with its basket mouth and internal rhythms, reminds us how much life depends on the unseen, even when that life is just one cell wide. Thanks for joining us on today's look inside the Microcosmos. We hope you'll consider subscribing to our channel so you won't miss our next adventure.